Ask the Expert with Ottawa Physiotherapy and Sports Clinics, and we have a question right away. I want to get to it because it's one that seems very topical and we're learning more and more about, in fact, leaps and bounds about concussions. Cheryl has a question about that, and we'll take a look at that. I believe it was sent in by email. I've been suffering with a concussion since February. Is there a therapy that would help with my situation? When you think about a concussion, obviously I think about neurological issues, but I imagine that physiotherapy can give us a hand here too.
Definitely. It's a great question, actually. Cheryl, there's two scenarios to look at. One, there's also the neck. The neck is connected to the head holds the brain. So it's all kind of the same thing. So from a physio point of view, if we're just talking about the neck alone, in itself, there's physio for that. Joints are stiff, muscles are tight, something's pulled, all the above. That's fair game. Okay. There's also the fact that in conjunction with your family physician or your sports physician, depending who you're seeing, if you are seeing that, we the physios, we actually have progressive rehab stages that we take you through to help work on your coordination and neurological timing to get you to where you need to be, so we can say, you know what, Cheryl, you're good to go, you can start running again, or you can do whatever it is your normal activity. So that gives you a really good communication system that we have between the physio, the client being you, and obviously whatever doctor that we're working with as well. Yeah,
I want to ask you, Peter, about getting off the couch. Let's say Let's pretend I'm 10 pounds heavier this year than I was last year, and I get off the couch, I haven't been training, and I run, you know, like I did at the end of the summer. There are some major issues with that.
Yes, so that one definitely, having 10 pounds more or whichever poundage more is going to put extra stress on the joint, and the cardio aspect of the running, that too will be a big issue. So you'll find that you'll need to to do it stepwise, like gradually progress the run, or run a minute, walk a minute, like do whichever progression works for you.
That's hard for people to accept, I have to say, because you know, it's going back to square one when you finished at a certain spot, but you didn't keep up with it.
Exactly.
So really, you're paying a price for your inactivity through the winter, and by you, I mean me. So there are some physiological things that are going on in the body when you have extra weight on you that's stopping you from cardiovascularly, right? From being fit.
I would say that the simple example is any one of us who have been active and you take a week or two off because you're just beat through life, as soon as you get back on the track or whatever the scenario is, you're just completely tired.
It's awful.
Exactly, and the main reason is just cardiovascular-wise, your system has sort of become a little bit less efficient, and therefore you're not able to give that oxygen to those muscles that you need. Or strength-wise, it's the same principle, right? If a person doesn't go to the gym and he or she hasn't bench press for 2 weeks, you go back to the gym, you just can't do the same weights.
Wow.
So,
but it happens so fast. It takes so long to get to that point. It's so fast that it goes like that. But what's interesting to me is that as part of a complete health plan, that physiotherapy is something that's so important, because if you're active, it leads to a better, healthier lifestyle. You're hopefully going to live longer, and that's part of a complete health plan, right? And I think that's how you guys approach it.
Right. One of our basic philosophies is to get you as active as possible to whatever level you want to be pain-free, and that's what we're always shooting for. So we will always work with the client and find out what your goals are, and our goal as a medical professional is just to get you there. It's that simple.
And even if you do have a true injury that actually can't be solved, you have some things that can go with that, braces and different options as well, right? So it's never all lost.
Right. If you just use running as a basic theme, because that's what we started off with, a lot of people come with pain from running, and they have this impression that they can't run anymore. And it's actually a myth. Really, running is actually good for you. And there are a lot of things about running that are good for joints. Running does not increase osteoarthritis in the knees, which is what the research has shown. But if you're running poorly, or if you have weak muscles, or all that kind of stuff, then that leads to an injury. And if you're doing it while you're running, then running gets the bad rep, but it wasn't the running that actually did it. Do you see what I'm saying? So,
interesting.
I think that's a key for activity in life, and that's mainly the key for most physios, especially our team.
Ottawa Physiotherapy and Sports Clinics. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for teaching us a little bit more as we head into the heavy running season. Barrhaven Clinic at 35 Larkin Drive. There's the phone number on the screen too. Westboro Clinic at 368 Churchill Avenue, or Orleans Clinic, 1420 Uville Drive. Get out there, get active, stay healthy. That's the big point. Ottawa Physiotherapy and Sports Clinics. Thanks again. We'll be back in a moment on CTV Morning Live.